Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Gonna read through this full article. There's a link in the description. If you feel a little bit down by this type of subject, and I do, frankly, please do go away and do something fun. Check out a couple of the friends of the channel. At the end of the day, does very nice live streams, as does kind of whatever. So nice, chill communities to go and join if you're looking for nice YouTube communities. This is a disgusting case of child endangerment, so I'm going to give you a trigger warning there. In essence, I'll give you a quick overview. It involves this absolute scumbag, Eric Jesus Martinez, a 30-year-old father, and his partner, a 34-year-old woman, mother of some 3 young children. And the article just goes on to tell us quite a bit of detail, so you may not want to listen, but quite a bit of detail involving their treatment, their torturous treatment, which essentially involves a few different things, but it including locking them into cabinets, kitchen cabinets, if I understand correctly, and not feeding them for days. Like, I think it mentions 3 days. We'll read it in a second. Literally locking them in a cabinet, screwing the cabinet shut, only letting the children out to go to the bathroom. And apparently this happened on the regular. This is something that they would do regularly. Lock their children in cabinets, sometimes up for days on end with no food. Absolute hideous scumbag. Both the mother and father are in custody, I believe. We'll double check that. So let's have a look at the full details. A 30-year-old father and a 34-year-old mother in Texas found themselves behind bars for allegedly binding the hands of 3 young children with zip ties and locking them inside their kitchen cabinets, sometimes for several days at a time. Eric Jesus Martinez and Valerie Diaz were initially arrested on Tuesday and charged with multiple crimes, according to an affidavit of probable cause obtained by the local news station. Diaz, the mother, on December the 21st, called 911 and told a dispatcher that her 3 children had been locked in cabinets in their home for the last 3 days. The San Antonio Police Department dispatched officers to the apartment complex where both the mother and father lived to perform a welfare check on the children. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders reportedly came across the father in the parking lot of the apartment complex. He was driving a truck with the 3 children, ages 5, 6, and 11. Officers then interviewed the mother, who reportedly said that approximately 3 weeks before she called 911, she discovered a cut on the head of the 6-year-old boy, their son. She said that when she asked the son how he sustained the injury, he told her that it was from hitting his head on a door handle. The mother said that when she confronted the father about the boy's injury, the father responded by telling her that he slapped the child, who then fell backwards and struck his head. The father had told the mother that it was an accident. The mother reportedly told police that her son was crying and appeared dazed from the head injury. She added that she was afraid to let the child fall asleep for fear that he may not wake up. Police asked her why she didn't immediately take the child to the hospital for treatment, to which the scumbag mother responded that she was afraid authorities would take her children away from her. In an interview with investigators, the 6-year-old boy reportedly said that the father slapped him several times and pushed him. The mother reportedly told investigators that the father often physically abused the children. She reportedly said he used a variety of instruments. I'm going to give a trigger warning at this stage. It's going into a bit of detail. The mother reportedly said that the father used a variety of instruments, including his hands, a belt, and several plastic objects that were in the house to hit the kids. She further claimed that He would put the children in kitchen cabinets and lock them using screws. He would put the children in the kitchen cabinets and lock the cabinets with screws so they couldn't get out. Police said that the kids would be locked in the cabinet, sometimes for days, without being fed. During such torturous times, they would reportedly only be let out of the cabinet to go to the bathroom. What an absolute sick fuck. And I will read through the remainder of the article, but fuck the mother too. How can the mother be there, stay with the father, stay in that environment, whilst witnessing such insane torture being inflicted on all of her children? I mean, any of her children. But the mother is absolutely to blame. This claim of, oh, I was afraid of having the children taken away, that's not good enough. The children ought to have been taken away. Perhaps she was afraid of repercussions from the father. So be it. They're your fucking children. And, you know, even if they're not her children, they're children. They're innocent. You're there to protect them, not to stand by whilst they suffer horrendous, torturous abuse. Back to the article. During a search of the residence, officers found the cabinets that were allegedly used to imprison the children. There were 3 separate cabinets that appeared to have holes around the outside, consistent with someone using screws to lock the cabinet. Inside of the 3 cabinets, officers reportedly found zip ties on the floor and children's drawings on the walls. Oh my! I mean, that's just absolutely disgusting. The cabinets were used as prison cells. The mother allegedly admitted to putting the cabinets in the cabinet one time, but claimed it was the father who then locked them inside. So, you know, I'm not a lawyer, but to me, that is the mother admitting to full compliance, being fully complicit. If she literally put the children in the cabinets, I'm not a lawyer, but I would have thought, as a layman, could be entirely wrong, that would be an admission of full complicity. Would be my feeling. What I'm insinuating is that she ought to have the book thrown at her. I mean, as much as the father. The both of them should. The both of them are evil. You know, again, even if the mother was less involved in the abuse, she was still involved, but arguably, you know, just as important, she was witnessing. She was fully aware of the abuse. She didn't do anything. So what does that mean? What's the word? Enabling. She stood back. She enabled. She didn't act. Would it have been difficult to act? Yes, it would have been difficult. Yeah, you could. Perhaps it would have taken courage and bravery to have acted in the defense of her own children, of the 3 children. But that's what she's obliged to do as a mother, as a parent, as a guardian. That's what her duties are. Doesn't matter how hard it is. Doesn't matter if it leads to other repercussions that she may face. Legal repercussions, maybe, you know, the father being violent towards her. Even if the repercussions were to involve her death, it's still her obligation morally, as well as legally, to protect her children. And if that means calling Child Protective Services at a much earlier time, calling the authorities, and opening the doors for a full investigation, openly admitting what the fuck has been going on in their own apartment of horrors, then that's what a normal, sane, moral human being has to do. She didn't do that. She can go fuck herself. She can face a very long sentence in prison, for all I care. Following an investigation, both the scumbag mother and father were taken into custody and booked at the Bexar County Detention Center. The father is facing 3 felony counts of endangering a child, 3 felony accounts of unlawful restraint of a minor victim, and 1 felony count of third-degree injury to a child with the intent to cause bodily injury. The mother is reportedly facing multiple child endangerment charges as well. So the article doesn't tell us if the mother is facing the same charges or similar charges. Again, I hope so. I mean, the mother doesn't deserve to be given a light sentence or treated lightly by the justice system. They're both evil scumbags. They're both complicit in multiple abuse, seemingly over an extended period of time, of their 3 children, including locking them shut, screwing the doors shut of a kitchen cabinet with the children inside without being fed for multiple days. You guys are absolute fucking sickos, and you deserve exactly what's coming to you.